I may just move my truck just to a different direction. One of the joys of living in a truck is that sometimes the weather disrupts your entire day. For those of you who have followed me for a while, turn this U-Haul truck into a livable, workable office space, have seen how different things are now compared to where they were now, like 5-6 months ago, I don't know. One of the things that hasn't changed that much is being my desk setup. It was one of the first things that I did so I could get to work on my job, my way of making money as quickly as possible. So I've just kind of been living with it as it is. In using it, I've realized that there are some tweaks that I would like to make to it. One of the tweaks that I think, I'm not 100% certain, that I would like to make to it is, I think I would like to have a window here. So one of the things that I've been thinking is that I would like to move my monitor across this way. The reason being that it is on a mount right now. This is a special RV mount that clips it into the wall, but you can pull it out, basically face it in any direction. So I could have it in the corner facing this way if I'd like to. But if I move it across, I could also move it basically all the way across. So it can still sit here, which is where I have it 99% of the time when I'm working. But then I can click it back over here, out of the way, which would leave this space free. So what do we do with this space? Potentially, this is where I could have a window. It could be a small window, it could be a window to look out onto. I don't want to have something massive because it's Houston, and basically having a window means you've got heat coming in. So may not want it to be too big, but in moving this across this way, and obviously everything else, will just give me a bit of freedom. But the other reason why I want to have a window here, I think eventually, is because I need to get some air circulation in here. Like as of right now, it's pretty sealed up, and the only air that comes in and out is when I open a door, the back door, and that's where air comes straight in from outside, or this door, and that is air from the cab, which is 99% stale air anyway. So it's feeling, especially with my extractor fan gone, a little bit stuffy in here. So I definitely am thinking more about circulation. So having a window will help with that. This is what I'm thinking anyway. But I think at a minimum, moving the monitor and this across is going to help, I think. It should be removing and replacing 9 screws, in theory. So that's what I'm going to do today. So far so good. I have it, ignore the lamp for now, but I have it so that this is where I can use it when working, and then it's still a little bit stiff, this arm, but then it can just tuck away here. This lamp will probably be moved here so I can just pull this down. I only ever use this for like Zoom calls or whatever. But yeah, I'm happy with this being tucked away for now, especially with it opening up this space now. It definitely makes me a lot happier. And this is locked in place, so there's no wobbling and stuff when the vehicle's in motion. Yeah, and I can just move this out and work on it pretty easily. Now, there's definitely cable management that I need to do. So yeah, I'm definitely happy with this setup. Still need to do some tweaks and cable management, and I've got to drill a hole approximately here for the cables. So far, so good. Definitely needs cable management. I need to buy the right cables. I need to tie them all up together. I'm gonna have them basically running along the back wall and side wall that way. I'm still not sure on this fill light. I may actually put it back in the middle, hanging down. I'm not sure on that one. But yeah, other than that, this is a workable space for me. And then obviously, if I want to, I can just lock it up there. And this will be, I think eventually it's going to be a window. But I'm definitely now looking forward to having some sort of window. It's not going to be massive, but if it's enough for me to be able to just look outside, I will be happy with that. Being able to get some fresh air in. I still have some things that I need to do to my drawers. So in my last video, I had the drawers pretty much built out. Unfortunately, I went for a drive and the bottom one slid forward and I couldn't open my door. So I had to bend the drawer unit just to get in, to push the drawer in. So I've bought some magnets that I need to put in to hold the drawers in. So probably the next thing today will be putting the magnets on the drawers to hold them in whilst driving. And then I feel I've got just a bit more of a functional work setup. So it's still not perfect, but it's all just about baby steps, baby steps. Work area is definitely getting closer, which reminds me, I actually do need to do work. So for now, I am clocking out. One of the joys of living in a truck is that sometimes the weather disrupts your entire day. For example, I'm getting leaks here on the inside, which is a new one. I've never had that one before. Pretty damn crazy heavy rain. Yeah, I think what I might do is just to try and minimize these leaks, I may just move my truck just to a different direction. Let's see what we can do. Good thing is that it means things are cooling down slightly. It's pretty crazy. Let me just spin truck around for a second, just try and redirect some of this water. Sometimes the water accumulates on the roof. At least moving the truck is going to move the water ever so slightly. And the weather's just starting to clear up. That's crazy. Let's do a little 180. Let's do a little 180. And then just like that, I can see the clear skies. Yeah, we've got clear skies over here, which is what's coming our way. But if you turn around this way, you can see the crazy storm that just passed us. Cool. At least we got a bit of cooling down slightly. It's funny, I was just about to sit down and do some work as well. Just about to sit down and do some work, which involves recording, and then I just get this like from the storm. Absolutely crazy. And then the sun comes out and gives us 900 watts of solar power. All within the space of like 10 minutes. Just like pouring down rain and then suddenly full solar again. I'm sure we're probably going to get another random rainstorm just destroying things for a second. Nuts. Good morning. So the thing that I want to do today is I bought myself a little orbital sander. I'm going to sand my desk. So I have a butcher block desk. I could have half got rid of the stain and the epoxy resin that was on there before. And it had this cool kind of dirty burn effect. But it was never going to be permanent. So I would like to get the rest of the finish off, so that it is just a normal butcher block and it looks and matches the kitchen fake butcher block behind me. So that's what I want to sand. So today is sanding. The other thing that I would like to do is for my desk drawers, I'm going to trim and kind of level the front of the drawers so that I can put in the face panels on the drawers on my desk. So that is my mission for today. First, I need to do some work. So I'm going to do some work for an hour and a half. Then I'm going to crack on with my jobs for the day. So just to explain quickly here, what I'm doing is every single drawer will have a magnet block attached to it. And then behind all of the drawers is going to be one piece of wood with metal on it, so that when I push the drawers back, the magnets attach to the wood and stay closed because they're strong magnets. That is basically what I'm doing here. Next up, I jumped straight into sanding the desk, and this took way longer than I thought it was going to. I actually did not finish sanding in this session. It took me multiple times, but so you're going to see it kind of half done here. Why did no one tell me that sanding takes so long? I mean, it's pretty crazy. And then here is where I'm adding the magnet blocks to the back of the drawer, which hopefully will become a bit clearer now as you're seeing it. Magnets go on the back of the drawer. I had to extend it out a little bit so that it would fit. And then here, what I'm doing is I'm adding the metal plates to the back plate. This is going to go at the back of all of the drawers, so that when the drawers slide in, they hit this and they attach to the metal. So I attach this on with just some L brackets. It's not the most secure thing, but it's enough to hold the drawers in place closed whilst the vehicle is in motion. That's the most important thing for this. I've just spent the last 2 hours going through the drawers, getting them level and all that sort of stuff, refitting the bent drawer that I had to destroy in order to get through my... Don't worry about it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut these faces. There's 4 faces, and I'm cutting them ever so slightly smaller than the exact measurement, so that I have some space to be able to put the handles in. Then I'm going to tidy up. There's a lot of sawdust around, a lot of movement. I'm quite happy with. So, getting more. I think in terms of woodwork, I am pretty much done for the day. I've done a lot, and I'm a mess. This old boy is going to be having a little rest. And this desk looks so different. It's pretty intense to see it in this way, to be honest with you. I think with a little bit of treatment, a little bit more sanding, a little bit of treatment, I think it's going to look quite nice. So yeah, feels good, but what a day. What a day. Yeah, I'll probably do these drawer faces tonight. My drawers, let me show you. So my drawers now have the magnets in the back, which means that it requires some actual pull for them to slide out. They need sanding down still, as you can tell. So yeah, the drawers require a fair amount of pull to actually connect. Pull, and then this bottom one. They're definitely in. Here's how my desk is looking. So it's definitely not there yet. But considering this is what it looked like all the way around, and it now looks like this, or even this. It's a pretty big difference. So I cut the faces of the drawers and started putting them on. I just want to show you exactly what I'm doing to do this. Don't know whether this is the right way or not, but I've been adding the handles to them because they clip on the back, and I can start using them at least. The first face I've already put on, and all it is it's just glued on, and I've just glued it on. I glue it and then I clamp it for like 8 hours or something like that, and it seems to work. So the second one is this. That you see it's starting to look a little bit better, ignoring the sticky out bit. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing. So I'm going to do it again for the second drawer, and I'm just gradually dipping into them one face at a time. Beautiful. Look at this. I think that is literally perfect. There's no criticisms of this whatsoever. Zero criticisms. And that's basically it. I just clamp it on. I'm probably going to add a bit more, squish a bit more glue down here, or maybe down here as well. Clearly, I am no carpenter. I haven't even Googled whether this is the right way to do it or not. So I'm just kind of going from my gut right now, but it seemed to work for this one. And once I sand down this little edge bit, then that feels good for me. So this is the way that I'm going to do it. I'm sure the carpenters in the comments are going to let me know how terrible this is, but I think for someone who has never done this before, who is been rushing through this from the start, I think I'm doing okay. But I can definitely improve. And here are the final drawers with all the faces on. It is now months after I put the faces on. They've lasted perfectly well. The magnets work really well on the back, so they don't ever slide out during transit at all, which has been awesome. Obviously, they still need painting and leveling. They don't, they're clearly not perfect. But considering I had no design or anything like that, I literally just did whatever I thought would work with my limited knowledge. I think they look pretty good. And they hold stuff again, which is the most important thing for me, is the fact that they hold stuff and they don't swing open. That's all I kind of really care about. So yeah, with a lick of paint and some trimming and stuff, I think they can look better. I think they turned out pretty well considering. So I hope this video has been entertaining at the very least. Lots more projects to do in the future, but for now, I am clocking out.